Oh, hey! Didn't notice you there.
What the hell are you talking about?
Didn't notice you there. Thanks, nice of you to join us.
We literally haven't moved.
What's this? What are you doing?
You're
You're in a little desert.
I am in a little desert.
And that plate says that steak goes good with green.
I believe that's an apple.
That is green.
So what were you saying last time about something about Rowling and Deathly Hallows?
Obviously, the books are the better experience because she was able to flesh out everything she wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I also think it's obvious that each book is very self-contained.
Because there's stuff that happens in each book that you can kind of see was created
For that book.
Yeah.
Like, the first one is not the best example because she didn't know the first one was going to be successful.
Yeah.
But it's like Sorcerer's Stone, big thing at the end of the book. They find it, it's done, it's gone. It doesn't come up again until what? They start talking about the Deathly Hallows?
Yeah, I don't think the Philosopher's Stone comes up again until the last book.
The Chamber of Secrets
Yes.
was kind of that one book.
Yes.
And it actually did kind of come up once or twice again. So that one I'm okay with.
It came up again. Well, it came up in conversations with Ginny, but mostly just in the Deathly Hallows.
Yeah. I guess thinking about it, the titles themselves aren't as bad of offenders, but like just little elements where the books are definitely very self-contained, and they do carry over very well. They're very good books.
Yes.
I will not deny that. But when they made the movies, they obviously have to trim off stuff.
Yeah.
And I think the worst example was the 6th movie,
Which was hot garbage
which was hot garbage.
compared to its source.
So you have this movie and like this book that's all about, you know, all this stuff. I don't completely remember. I remember the 6th book was Half-Blood Prince.
Yes.
And the big twist, and ooh, spoiler alert, it's Snape.
Kills Dumbledore.
Also, he's the Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah.
But
Which-
like, stuff is happening in the plot. And the whole movie was awkward teen romance.
Yeah, pretty much. It pretty much was.
And
it's like sort of mentioned near, like they have the part with Ron and Hermione, and that takes place in the middle of the book, and that's supposed to be friction in the team. And then they do stuff involving Harry that takes place over the course of like 5 pages after Dumbledore's dead.
yeah. But it was, I'm sure in the moment when they were making these movies, it was like, okay, what can we trim out? What could be in this movie? And at that point, weren't the Twilight movies getting traction?
I think the first one was about to come out around that point.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure the first one didn't come out until after the 5th Harry Potter movie was out.
Maybe. But they very clearly ignored the cooler, more important aspects of the story.
Yeah.
And as I was saying when I started this tangent, oh so many weeks ago. What do you need?
Finn.
Freaking man, Finn is just the guy.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
I want to see them remake the movies.
Okay.
They can really sit down, look at all 7 books, and say, what are the most important elements that most often kind of come up and pervade throughout these movies. Still obviously have the book divisions, because I mean, that's the whole point. They do divide up very well.
Yeah.
And it's not... She very easily could have been like, this is the one element that's going to come up this book, be kind of important, and then just going to go away, never matter again. But like, she didn't do that. The Chamber of Secrets came back.
Yeah.
It was a location, they did stuff with it. Even the Basilisk kind of came up and had its importance and stuff. The Prisoner of Azkaban was there. He was an important character for multiple books.
He was around, yeah.
The Goblet of Fire itself didn't hang around a lot, but it was like an event,
Yes.
so that kind of makes sense. The Order of the Phoenix was just a group of characters that had been in the books.
Yeah.
The Half-Blood Prince, I think, was the weakest. Like, I think there was this whole twist on, like, ooh, Snape was the Half-Blood Prince. I was like, okay. Why is that a twist?
The big twist is that they spend the entire book and movie trying to figure out, oh, who's the Half-Blood Prince? It's got to be someone really special. And then it turns out he's literally a Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah.
Because that's his mother's name.
I read about this.
Yeah.
Let me try something.
Felt a little underwhelming to me.
It was kind of like a bad dad joke.
But they could they could very easily streamline all the movies, make it feel like one big cohesive whole,
Yes.
and say, okay, maybe don't do an entire movie about awkward teen angst and love triangles.
Yeah.
Maybe do it about cool wizard stuff.
You mean like trying to murder each other in a bathroom?
Yeah, that's cool. That's something I would want to do.
I think that scene is longer in the book than they made it out to be in the movie.
Who murdered who in a bathroom again?
Well, Harry corners Malfoy in the bathroom because he doesn't trust him, for good reason.
Because he's Malfoy.
Well, because like everything he's accusing him of is, for the most part, true.
Yeah.
And then they fight in the bathroom, and he decides to use one of the spells that he found in the.
Oh, one of the spells that Snape made, and it turns out to be like really painful.
It like slices him open, and they have to use magic to fix it. And that's when Snape realizes
Harry's reading his book.
Yeah.
Do I need to do?
No.
You need to rescue Modesty.
I already did.
But she just said, "Is anybody there?"
No, yeah, she was in an egg, but I saved her.
She was in an egg.
Yeah. Yeah, she was.
Okay, sure.
I created a hard light hammer and broke it.
A hard light hammer.
Yeah. A red hard light hammer. Look, I'm gonna.
You know, it's not like you could just punch something with some kind of super strength.
Well, I mean, yeah. Alright, I guess I'm shooting eggs at whatever these things are.
Are those eggs?
I mean, apples.
Are those apples?
Yeah. I think they are.
You're not like shooting dicks at them?
No, they're red apples.
Big ol' red floppy dicks?
I'm not shooting dicks at nothing.
Alright. I mean, we gotta get to the bestiality at some point.
Anyways,
back to the interesting stuff.
so less teen angst, more of the stuff. More teenagers murdering each other in bathrooms, which I guess by itself is teen angst.
Oh, I think the sixth book should just be basically Fight Club.
Yeah.
Just like a 30-minute fight scene of Harry and Malfoy just duking it out.
Just in the middle of the school, just punching each other in the head.
But one of those over-the-top like Star Wars prequel battle scenes where they're just they manage to like explore the entirety of the school in this one fight scene.
Well, also sort of dancing around the rooms.
Yeah.
And
like blasting each other through walls.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
And who would win that? Would Harry still win that fight?
He's actually gonna kill Malfoy. And then they're just gonna conveniently bring him back to life in the next scene.
Yeah, I don't know if
But they're gonna give a really shitty explanation. Like, don't they have that serum that, like, regrows your bones?
Yeah.
They'll be like, yeah, we used that. And then Hermione's gonna pop up and be like, no, his bones were fine. He was dead. And they're gonna be like, shh, fuck off.
Do I have anyone small? I don't remember.
Do you have Ant-Man?
No, Ant-Man's not a thing.
You don't have Ant-Man.
I gotta get the...
There you go.
Weapon's good to go.
He's not small.
I'm pretty sure Tom Cruise is famously notorious for being small.
Actually, I wonder if he can crawl through there.
Maybe go find out.
He can do basically everything. Okay, no, he can't.
Lame.
I don't want to use Gollum. Is there someone else?
Why would you not want to use
I
Gollum?
felt like I got myself a tiny guy.
Can you use the little mole creature? Because I know he's big in the game, but technically he's supposed to be small. Dear God, he is gigantic.
Yeah. That one's not happening.
There you go.
Yeah, he's not gonna help. That's... Oh god, it's in the way now.
I'll have you know, the TARDIS can shrink.
Can it? Was that a thing when this game came out?
Yeah, the TARDIS actually shrank in one of the first Doctor episodes. It was a very silly episode. How did they explain it? They like accidentally entered travel with the doors open or something.
Okay.
So all of the third dimension that was contained in the TARDIS, some of it escaped.
Okay.
So it lost its third dimension size and shrank.
Put Tom Cruise in again.
Put Tim Cruise. There you go.
So... they're just shrinking the TARDIS for whatever reason now.
Well, it wasn't whatever reason, it was the 60s. So it was the whole episode of like, oh look, it's an insect, but it's big because we're small.
Like,
and there was like a drug conspiracy, and like someone was making a pesticide that was too deadly, but other people are like, you'd better release it, and I think someone killed someone else.
oh, so there's murder.
It was like a legitimate like pharmaceutical conspiracy, but the doctor was there in tiny.
So, which doctor was it?
That was
What are
Hartnell.
you doing with all these space news?
Shit.
I'm studying.
Okay, well we at least talked about Harry Potter some, actually.
Well, we're gonna talk a little more about Harry Potter.
Oh.
I mean, we can't just give up on the Harry Potter just because we
Give up on the pot. That's right, I would never do that. Ha, ha, ha.
oh. Ooh.
Well, let's find out what Gollum wants next time.